Welcome to Weekly Digest, where we highlight the works of ministers of government as they push the administration's development agenda. Advisor to the Minister of Health, Dr. Leslie Ramsamy, spoke at the first cardiology symposium in Guyana, where he noted that to achieve this leadership, Guyana would have to work on eliminating premature deaths from chronic and cardiovascular diseases. The symposium, organized by the cardiac unit at the Georgetown Public Hospital, is aimed at highlighting major cardiovascular diseases and their prevention. In this regard, Guyana would have reduced premature deaths from cardiovascular disease from 95% to under 60%.
Over the next decade, we expect to reduce that further, and in the target we have set ourselves for 2030 to be under 50%. By 2030, not far away from that. Can we do it? I believe we can. And I believe the announcement of this symposium and enshrining it into the calendar is an expression of your answer too, that we believe we can do this.
The Ministry of Health received 4,800 doses of pediatric Pfizer COVID-19 vaccines from the Kingdom of Spain through the COVAX mechanism.
We'd like to thank the government and also PAHO for facilitating this donation of the vaccine. This is only part of the donation. We have the adult dosage that is on its way on a truck right now.
The vaccines have arrived at an opportune time since Guyana's stock has waned. Meanwhile, non-resident ambassador of Spain to Guyana said his government is always happy to contribute to Guyana's fight against COVID-19. The Board of Industrial Training BIT continues to pave the way to ensure that persons are equipped with the requisite knowledge, skills, and practices to be competent childcare practitioners. BIT can now boast of successfully equipping 215 childcare practitioners with the requisite knowledge and skills to effectively care for the nation's children at the most vital period of their growth, through its competency-based training in early childhood development. This program aims to build the professional capacity of childcare practitioners.
The program is looking forward to adding 135 to this number by the end of June 2023. The main objectives of the program is to provide childcare practitioners with the requisite knowledge and skills and practices which will enable them to understand the importance of fostering children's social, emotional, and motor development while educating them and supporting their family.
The Board of Industrial Training BIT on Sunday launched its National Training Project for Youth Empowerment at the Sophia Training Center. Registrants of Sophia have the golden opportunity to be certified in a technical area that will ensure the employment rate in the country increases.
What you're embarking in is not for us at the table, or it is for you. And you could fail all the other people. But you can't afford to fail yourself. You could fail your mother, your father. But how do you fail you? You can't afford to do.
Minister Hamilton also charged parents to upskill and be role models for their children.
We have earned that right to celebrate as a country International Day of the Forest, because we have preserved our forests over centuries, that we can boast today of having a forest that is almost 99% intact. That is what we can boast of as a country.
The global science demonstrates, and beyond any credible shred of doubt, that there is no solution to climate change without action on forests. That is a reality that we cannot escape from.
To commemorate the observance, Minister Barrett as well as Minister Singh, members of the Guyana Forestry Commission, and the Diplomatic Corps took part in a tree planting exercise, which is symbolic to the need for reforestation, afforestation, and forest conservation efforts. Government has ensured that a major disaster was averted on Tuesday night at Golden Grove, East Bank, Demerara, by deploying a technical team to fix the breached river defense. The break resulted in residents' homes being flooded. Having heard of the situation, Prime Minister Brigadier retired Mark Phillips immediately led a team to the affected area. He was accompanied by Public Works Ministers Bishop Juan Edgell and gov't Indar.
It's unfortunate that we had this incident. You heard a lot from Minister Edgell and Minister Indar and what they're doing, what is occurred. But we're here with the people and we are going to continue this relief operation, right, to ensure people can return to some normalcy in their life.
The Civil Defense Commission distributed cleaning agents to affected residents. A shelter was also established at the Diamond Community Center. Minister of Public Works Bishop Juan Edgell on Thursday inspected several projects that are underway. These include the Kingston Seawall Beautification Project, Independence Boulevard, construction of the safe space along the Lamahawk Corridor, a 4-lane carriageway at Cemetery Road, and roadworks at Delhi Street, Prashad Nagar.
All 3 lots are progressing. The remaining encumbrances that are preventing them from working, most of them are being resolved as we speak. There's full cooperation that is being given to the ministry and to the contractors, and that might be something that needs to be said because sometimes people only like to hear the storms, they don't like to hear the quiet. But things are happening.
Residents of Bayfield Sophia will be able to access and traverse the new Blacker Bridge that is being constructed in time for Easter celebrations. This assurance was given by Minister of Public Works Bishop Juan Edgell as he inspected several projects that are ongoing in the capital city Thursday afternoon.
We know this is a major artery for the people living in this area, and we wanted to ensure that work is moving. The project engineer has just given me the assurance that the slabs, which are already pre-cast, will be coming to be laid, and the casting will be done here. Within 2 weeks, we should be out of here. Ideally, we would like to give this bridge to the people of Sophia before Easter.
Vendors and consumers will soon benefit from safety, efficiency, and an enabling environment for commerce as construction works for the new state-of-the-art Monrepo and Leonora markets are moving apace. Stalls are currently being constructed on the eastern wing.
We've already constructed the Fish Bay area. We are now at the meat section, and thereafter we will go into the vegetable and other types of goods within the market. We will have office space for the market and other types of services. That is expected to be completed in the next few months. It is going to be built out of steel, so hopefully the construction will not be as long as, say, if we were to build with concrete. So hopefully in the next 5-6 months, you're going to have a totally redone Monrepo market. And thereafter, we expect that all the vendors who have been plying their trade on the road, that they'll be able to all be accommodated in the Monrepo market.
The western wing is also being constructed, which will include a cafeteria. Meanwhile, vendors who have been playing their trade on the roadsides will be comfortably accommodated following the completion of the Leonora Market tarmac on the west coast of Demerara. All the preparatory work has been completed. In recognition of World Water Day 2023, Guyana Water Incorporated, GWI, organized a walkathon exercise Sunday morning.
Water is life. We know that wherever there is water, there is life. And so many studies and scientists are saying to us that water will become very, very scarce in the not so distant future. And it will become one of the world's most valuable resources. We have to start changing the way we think about water and the way we think about the management of water. And that is the significance of this day that we celebrate, and we highlight the sustainable management of water every single year. Here in Guyana, we have the privilege of having access to water, 97% as you heard Mr. Bach say. A lot of countries in the world, a lot of people and children in the world, over 2 billion people in the world still do not have access to clean, safe drinking water. In the United States of America, 2.2 million people do not have access to safe drinking water. So we have to think about what is going on globally to really appreciate our situation locally.
The government of Guyana is putting billions, not millions, billions of dollars into this sector. And here at GWI, we have taken up the challenge to ensure that all benefit, all the communities across Guyana benefit with safe water and adequate sanitation. Importantly, already we have achieved 97% access to water. And that is indeed an achievement. Way before 2030, we've already achieved 97. And we're working towards that 100%. Whilst it's challenging to get 100%, that is our goal. Important also is the quality of water. We're building 13 new treatment plants. And I want the population to know this because there's much concern about the quality of water in terms of the iron content in the water, mainly. Because we do have a well-staffed laboratory, well-equipped laboratory, and our water is of a very high quality, except that iron in the water. And these plants will remove the iron so that by 2025, 90% of the population on the coastal belt can have treated water. That will indeed be a great achievement in support of the SDG goals.
More than 2.2 billion people in the world do not have access to water. Many children are dying because of diarrhea, waterborne disease, because of lack of safe water. UNICEF is very pleased to work with the GWI to make sure that we can increase access of safe drinking water, sanitation in hinterland area where children are deprived from the water. This walk is not a simple walk. I will suggest that this walk should be into action. Action is required from all of us to save water. Many times we walk just for fun.
International Water Day is observed on March 22nd every year to raise awareness about the crucial role of fresh water and the need for its sustainable management. The first public consultation on the development of Guyana's first smart urban center, Silica City, was held on Tuesday with residents of Kuru and the neighboring communities along the Suzak-Linden Highway. Silica City aligns with government's transformative agenda to create a sustainable, resilient, and climate-smart housing area, in keeping with the Low Carbon Development Strategy, LCDS 2030. 3,800 acres of land will be used for a variety of construction projects, including residential, commercial, and institutional spaces, like government buildings. There will also be parks, hospitals, and schools.
In the first phase of this development, we are looking to develop 109 acres of land. And this will be for the construction of our young professional homes.
As government continues to increase access to potable water across the country, 40 new wells will be constructed and 30 water supply systems will be extended this year in the hinterland regions.
The government continues to invest heavily in the water and sanitation sectors to upgrade and improve its infrastructure, as well as quality and safety of our water. We will continue until every household has access to a reliable supply of clean water. But we must commit to protecting our water sources and infrastructure.
Minister within the Ministry of Housing and Water, Susan Rodriguez, visited Non-Parel Enterprise and More Fowls and Hope Schemes, East Coast Demerara, which are being developed for low-income, moderate-income, and middle-income Guyanese. The completion of infrastructure works will provide access roads, bridges, culverts, and drainage networks for the residents.
From 2020 to 2023 up to now, we have distributed 5,900 house lots on the East Coast alone. For Region 4, we have distributed over 12,000 house lots, and that is in keeping with the demand, because Region 4 has the highest number of applications. So far, from August of 2020 to now, we have spent $24 billion in infrastructure work just on the East Coast. And what is important to know is that the development that will take place here on the East Coast will mirror that of the East Bank. So people who have their allocations on the East Coast have a lot to look forward to, because there's a lot of infrastructure work going on here.
Minister Rodriguez stated that the government's macro vision for Region 4 will see communities on the East Coast and East Bank of Demerara connected through major road linkages. The Tourism and Hospitality Association of Guyana (THAG) and the Barbados Coalition of Services Industries (BCSI) have signed an agreement that will see Guyanese tourism businesses benefiting from support from Barbados. This is a result of THAG's support for the St. Barnabas Accord signed by President Irfan Ali and Barbadian Prime Minister Mia Mottley, Point 3, which covers tourism and international transport. BCSI Executive Director Smith Mayers said that this support will help solve some of the issues in relation to procedures and management within the hotel and restaurant sector and other tourism businesses.
We do look forward to partnering up with you. We can definitely gain a lot from Barbados. They've been very busy and popular with tourists, and Guyana is now on the spotlight, so we hope that we can offer the same level of service and quality that Barbados is known for. And our presidents have obviously wanted us to cooperate, and this is definitely a step in the right direction.
The $900 million Forestry Revolving Fund for small and medium-scale loggers has been officially launched on International Day of Forest.
It is therefore significant that we chose the International Day of Forests 2023 to launch publicly this Forestry Revolving Fund, which indeed was an initiative of His Excellency President Ali, where he recognized not only the importance of sustainable forest-based industry, but also some of the constraints faced by those operating in this sector.
The fund is part of government's commitment to increase focus on small, medium, and community loggers. Government has contributed $300 million towards the fund, while the Demerara Bank Limited has provided the remaining $600 million.
This initiative represents an important example of partnering with the private sector, in this case, with a leading and pioneering commercial bank in Guyana.
The fund seeks to address access to finance, a challenge in the forestry sector. Loans from the fund will ensure increased production and value-added products in the sector. This process of selecting eligible persons will be overseen by the Demerara Bank Limited. This brings us to the end of this edition of Weekly Digest. For these and other government-related information, do log on to our website at dpi.gov.gy and our social media platforms as well. Goodbye.